Hi, my name is Marshall and I'm married to Chris, my wonderful wife. I'm part of Relational Mission Community Church. I've been an elder here for going on 17 years. And I'm also part of the RM Community prophetic team. And Adam has asked if I would spend some time just praying and considering what God might be saying to you as a church. So this is what I feel God has given me for you to weigh and to see how you feel this fits into what God is doing with you. A few weeks ago, I was watching some news clips and I found myself watching a video of a premiership match that was being played behind closed doors with no fans. And I felt the Spirit begin to speak to me a few days ago about you as a church, and I hope you can follow the analogy and the prophetic picture that I'm going to share with you. The main overriding theme that I felt that it was a time for everyone to be involved, that there was virtually going to be no spectators, kind of a shift from playing a game with a core team working hard to win and entertaining an audience to a calling that was called life, in capital letters, bold and underlined. In the news clip, the commentator said there were no spectators here, just players, and the only purpose is to play, not to entertain. I was then reminded of seeing a documentary some years ago of a town in Europe where they have a day when everyone comes onto the street and they work together in a living throng to get a large ball from one starting point to a final goal. They are not competing against each other. They are all in it together. No one was a spectator. The ball goes up and down every street, back and forth. People begin to stream out of their homes to join in. There is a great energy, and there's no rush to finish. The real joy is in the doing, not actually in the finishing. There is much excitement, laughter, and the ball, as I said, goes everywhere. And even when the ball is down a small side street, everyone is still totally involved as the ball can then suddenly be thrown to another part of the throng. The anticipation was palpable. There was very little observable game strategy, but the overriding purpose was to keep everyone involved. Don't rush to the finish was the feeling. The aim is not actually the final goal, but the activity. Life itself was the purpose and the destiny. There were no professionals doing the main work, but everyone equal and all in. Children to elderly, physically and spiritually in that. All honored and all totally involved. The only spectators were people who didn't live in the town. They soon were drawn into the throng, though, as they experienced the life, energy, and pure joy of being involved. It was intoxicating to witness. In fact, those who wanted to be spectators found that there were now actually obstacles and weight holding back the flow of the life if they didn't get involved. Even the previous game coaches were off the benches and in the throng. It was liberating for them and exciting as a new level of value and purpose became the norm. Unlike the football match or the game with no spectators, this life had a much deeper purpose and engagement and impact. It wasn't 90 minutes trying to defeat an opponent that was ongoing with a totally different engagement and purpose. It was the purpose itself. Being involved, on the street, out there, doing it together. For Kingsgate, you have done well to establish from a few to now a growing many. But at times it is still a few doing much with many observing. This is about to change. Not a simple tweak of a game strategy, but fundamentally changing to a life all-in mission. Instead of thinking meetings and groups, think about throng mentality. All in, engagement of all. How did it end? Well, in the real town, someone actually placed the ball in the goal, and there was a mixture of a roar of joy of completion, but almost a sadness that it was over. But for you, this is not something to try and work out about the ending. Just get the life flowing. The master of life, the I am of life, will sovereignly end the game in his time. So, off the benches, out of the coaches and the benches even there, and out of the bleachers and out of the stands, everyone in. A throng of life is coming your way that will be intoxicating, engaging, and others will come. They will see. Those that are not part of you now, not part of the town, will be drawn by the energy of everyone in and this new life. Not a game closed to everyone else, not behind closed doors, but out on the streets. The game of life is yours to take on. Enjoy, engage, and see what God has for you. Bless you.